Hi. Oh, hello?
He can't hear. Uh-oh.
Wait. Wait. No, it's not her. Can you hear us?
Meeting is being recorded. Okay.
Hey, Mark, can you hear us yet? Bye-bye.
Is it gonna come back?
Hello,
Yes.
Yes,
we
There
can.
you go. Hi, Mark.
we hear you.
Let me let everyone in here. My God. Okay. All right, where is everything? Here we go there. And we got a bunch of people here. Admit. All right, here we go. All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here. My apologies for my earphones and speaker not working for a second. All right. Let me let area in. Yay. We got some people coming in. Yay. All right. Who here is new? Anyone here that's new?
Me.
All
Me,
right, Jenna.
Mhm.
Oh, fantastic. Who's me?
me,
Yeah.
me can't get the settings right. I don't
Oh,
think you can see me.
Jacqueline.
oh, Jacqueline. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the bottom left-hand corner, should be a thing where you can press to see a video, whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
I can
Uh,
see you. I'll be
oh,
there
good.
eventually.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank
Is
you. All
Jen
right.
in?
There we go. Oop,
Yay. Almost. All right.
okay.
So we have
Fantastic.
another new
There's
person
Jacqueline.
here.
Oh, great. All right. Who's the new person there, Aria?
I don't know if you can see in my
Yeah.
camera here, but
Yeah.
my husband Dale.
Hi, Dale. A pleasure to meet
Hello.
you finally after all these years.
Oh, thank you.
The last time you saw him, he was holding our baby in the lobby of the dance building over in a corner.
Oh,
Maybe
my.
you didn't even see him because you were mobbed by fans, 30, 40 people at a time. But
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. How many years ago was that? How old's your son now?
he's 30.
Oh my God.
I know.
Please don't
It's
tell
been
me
a
this.
few.
All right. reclaim host. There I go. There, I got rid of that thing. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Sue Gray's here. Yay. And Ruth and Mike and Darlene. Darling, I can say it right. And Nancy and Mike and Aria and Dale and Jacqueline and Jenna. Welcome, Jenna. Appreciate your being here.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Chicagoland area.
Oh, fantastic. And that's great. That's fantastic. And Stefan, where are you from, my friend?
North of Detroit.
Wow. Okay. All right. People live there, huh?
Yes,
Hey,
they
Lou.
All right, good.
I was born there.
Wow. And let's see, I'm an old Chicago boy, Windy City boy. And so we used to, in the circles, we used to get people from all over the Midwest coming to the circle, which was fantastic. And anywhere between, generally, there were lower amounts at times, but generally between 50 to a couple hundred every
Wow.
week. And it was just all word of mouth. It was just fantastic. No internet
Wow.
back then. So,
Wow. That's awesome.
yeah, nowadays you need
Mhm.
the internet, which I know nothing about. And anything. So, introduce myself to the new people. My name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God. This is all that I do in my life. And please don't forget that on the website is a gifting tab. It would be greatly appreciated. It keeps us going. And let's see, I see people by appointments, either in person or on Zoom or FaceTime, or talk to them on the telephone. All appointments are just as effective, regardless whether you're in person or not. They're just different dynamics to it. And I work with the emotional, um, in person, or on in an appointment, I should say. And I also work with the neurological, biological, skeletal injuries, traumatic situations, or whatever. And let's see what else. I have a workshop coming up in a couple weeks on intuition, and it's going to have other wisdoms in it as well. It's a 4-day workshop online. It'll be on Zoom. And let's see, people can also, be able to see it later. It'll be on a private YouTube channel for whoever signs up. And then there's a 2-hour workshop following it on the same topic. That'll be listed on the website. I think the newsletter, you have to sign up for the newsletter on the website, markearlix.com. And let's see, anyone who wants a mini appointment, which is 20 minutes long, that will be available. Let me see here. That will be available to people any day during the week, regardless, even if it says just Thursday. So I'm going to have that changed soon. And let's see, I don't know what else. Any questions or comments about anything, even if I worked with you last week, if you can tell me if anything's transpired with something I worked with or whatever, please. Any questions or comments about anything, spirituality or otherwise, about me or what I do, what I believe in, or anything, please. Any questions? Jacqueline, you got anything?
I'm thinking,
Okay.
thinking of what goes right in my head is wondering about the crossover between like a psychotropic pharmaceutical route to dealing with, diagnoses or mental illness and stuff, and spirituality. If you've ever worked with people maybe that switch from that sort of realm to the other realm, or a mixture.
Yeah, everyone is unique and everyone is different. And I've worked with a lot of people who are doing psychotropics and also, psychotherapies and psychiatries and stuff like that. Some people, I'm not making any claims. I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe. ever since day one, 48 years ago. And but what I will say is that uh, many people have told me that something has changed in their life, and they may need to find less meds in their life, or the doctor will say, "Oh my God, how did this, take care of itself? What you're expressing doesn't necessarily need this anymore," or whatever, if that should be the case. And I don't know. I pretty much leave everything. I don't know anything ahead of time. And so I pretty much leave everything to the old man or woman upstairs. And I say, "Okay, boss, take over, do your thing. And you're bigger than me." And it says, "Move over, Mark." And it does its thing. I pretty much leave it open. I hope that almost answers your question.
Yeah, that's all that was in my head. That's all I was.
Yeah. I'm not in uh, opposition
I-
to I'm not in opposition to the medical society. Some doctors are really good. And if you have a massive injury, you got to go to a hospital, or something really dramatic or traumatic happens, you got to go, to the proper doctor. And if they're a good doctor, great. If they're a common, typical doctor that just goes by protocol, I personally would try to avoid if it were me. And
That's,
so.
that's my personal feeling too, but I'm sort of in that realm, so.
I understand. Okay.
That I would never have desired that for myself, but
Yeah,
sort of where it led. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
but
Over
there's,
Go ahead. I'm
it's
sorry.
not awesome. It's like, that's what I gotta do to stay
Exactly.
healthy and to
Yes,
secure my family, my mom
sure,
thinking that everything's okay. So it's kind of
sure. No, I totally get it.
strings attached to
Yeah,
all the to
yeah.
all the reasoning. So it's hard being other people's hands,
I don't work.
Doesn't give me much agency.
Yeah,
It doesn't
okay.
provide much agency. So I know I need something else also.
Yeah. We can't have the physical without the spiritual. We can't have the spiritual without the physical in our world. And so what I try to do and teach, and which I've been doing for 48 years, working with people, between 25 to 35,000 people over the many years. And I've been saying those numbers for the past several years. So uh, what I do is try to show them, and that there might be another way or an addition to what they're doing. And um, I try to bring peace to people, not only in mind, but also in body. And whether it be injury, or whether it be dilemma, drama, or trauma, whatever. And that's my place. That's what I enjoy doing. And most people will tell me that something in their life has changed, and it's all that matters to me. And people can do all kinds of modalities, whatever's correct for them, they're going to find. And that's all that matters, something that works for them. And people that are attracted to me for what I do, fantastic. I enjoy it, and I just want to see change. Uh, and so that's what I talk to the old man or old woman upstairs about, is helping this person to change. What I'll do is um, I'll focus within myself, and I let the old man or old woman upstairs take over, and uh, I'll sometimes, not always, I'll sometimes see a disturbance in the body, or what it looks like, or something like that. And I'll watch the change happen inside of me. It may happen immediately, or with most people, something begins to happen immediately, or it may be 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, or it may be 2 weeks or 2 months when they're walking down the street saying, "Oh my God, when did this leave me?" If that should be the case. Everyone is unique in their healing process. There's no one way for anything. And I've never met two headaches that are the same. and also same with like rheumatoid uh, uh, arthritis. There's 120 different types, and and everyone has their own experiences and their own understanding of what's happening with them, and maybe that could lead into a healing for them, and whatever path they're on in their life. Uh, and
Yeah.
everyone's unique in their experience and their thinkings, their environments, everything that makes us up into who we are, what we are, why we are today. All right, cool. Any other comments or questions I can try to answer?
I have a
Please,
question, Mark.
please, Mike.
If I would strain a muscle,
Hmm.
I'd focus on it and focus on what the pain is like and what's the triggers it if it's part of it. But what about if I have strain in my body and instead I imagine what that body part feels like when it's normal
Sure.
and when
Yeah.
there is no
Okay.
problems and just you know uh sort of meditate on that through the day, whenever that a thought comes in my mind and stuff.
But
And
what happens after you meditate? Does that go away?
well, it's a process.
Exactly. It is a
Yeah.
process. But as we meditate on it, then what we can do is watch it recreate in a healthy way.
Hmm.
And first we start off in wondering, and then it leads into contemplation, which is the activity of meditation. And what we're actually doing is either asking a question or wanting an elaboration uh, on something that we even know about. That's my form of meditation. And so then we have the opportunity to watch something using a tool by watching it correct itself, if we can stay in that depth within us. And you have experience in doing this. And so, uh, it's taking that trauma, say if it's torn muscle or something like that, then then after we get ourselves in the place of meditation, using the tool of watching it knead together, almost like knitting together, where the muscle is no longer torn. And if we can totally accept that, and even doing it several times over a couple days, we watch the muscle actually from the tear to blending back together with the other muscle, other part of the muscle that's torn away. And so we get to use these tools. They're natural within us. We're a part of creation. And it's written that, hey, we're creating the image of God. If that's true, we're really creating the image of God. We have the ability to recreate in that image. So, and if we're creating the image of God and have the ability to recreate in that image, we are therefore co-creators. So, and so we have this within us. It's waiting for us to discover that livingness, that mind that we dwell within of what we call God, is, innate within us, waiting for us to discover, and it wants to constantly give to us, no matter where we're coming from, a constructive or a destructive place. It just wants to give. That's all it knows to do.
So
Yes,
if
go ahead, Mike.
if, if I get a muscle strain and all I'm focused on is, oh, this hurts and
Hmm.
stuff like that, then I'm supporting the inflammation.
Precisely. That's the
Okay.
reaction that you keep going to be getting. That's the reaction.
Okay, very
It
good.
reacting when we're supporting the ache or the discomfort of it. And sometimes we do need medical intervention for these things. I'm not poo-pooing doctors. I always married to a neurologist at one time, and she was incredible. She was a DO neurologist. She knew the body differently than MDs, but I watched her do phenomenal stuff. And so medical community is good if we need that, if we find the correct person for us. And what I
Now-
do is sometimes circumvents the need for a doctor, not saying that, they can't complement each other. If someone had a comment or question, please.
I did. I was just gonna say,
Yeah, Nancy.
yeah, so it's in response to Mike too, it's about remembering also. So we
Yes,
remember,
bringing the
being-
members back. Yes,
whether it be, spiritually, psychologically, mentally, physically, whatever, emotionally,
that's
it's
right.
all
Yes,
about remembering.
yes,
Because we are
yes.
whole.
Yeah,
We're all of it. We have every
we're a
ability.
part of it.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's remembering that. Uh, and in order to remember, we have to initially wonder about something. I always talk about this, always, every class, every appointment, everything. We're bringing ourselves back. First, we have a wondering about something. We have to wonder about something. Everyone here wonders about things. But you'll notice that sometimes we're in focus of something else, like doing the dishes or in the shower, then all of a sudden, a aha moment comes to us. And in that aha moment, it's something of what we were wondering about at another time, either the day before or early that morning or a couple days prior. We wondered about it. And when we're focusing on something, that's when the information comes to us, where it's coming to us. We're not thinking it. It's coming to us. We're not creating that answer, but it's coming through the intuition, which everyone here has. And intuition means inner teaching. So here we are with the ability to wonder about something. And as we become more conscious that we can wonder more purposefully, that's when we're in the state of contemplation, which is the activity of meditation. So I hope this all makes sense to some degree. All right.
Yeah, there's like moments where there's like nested thoughts or nested feelings, or you might remembering something sometimes. Like you might
Sure.
remember
Yeah.
when you remembered something. And
Yeah.
they're like sort of epiphanal, and that's like there's something important there because it's alleviating, because it's bigger than what's normally happening. And so
Sure.
you kind of want to go with it because it's more positive than negative, but your
Yeah.
esteem, but
Yeah, we get to
esteem,
choose.
yeah.
Yes, we get to choose whether we want to be creative or destructive with
Yeah.
whatever we want. And if we can hone down the ability to wonder about something, of something we don't know, or something we want a further elaboration on without subjecting ourselves to thinking, analyzing, critiquing, judging, or whatever,
Yeah.
then we will get that according to how deeply we want to understand that.
Or how deeply
And
you
it's
don't want something else.
and it's according to where our heart is. And if we can't do it at one time, then we say, okay, I'm going to do this in a little while when I'm less distracted. And then you go back to it when you're less distracted and you focus on it. And when other thoughts come in, we have the ability to say, hey, wait over there. I'll be right back. Light your fire, look in the mirror, roast your marshmallows, set up your tent. I'll be right back. And we can put those over there. And if there's too much interference coming in of, oh, I got to do this, I left the iron on or whatever, we have the ability to just stop and start over again. If you have your mind made up, it's all with intent. We have that ability.
A meditation, like just meditating in life, or or practice? You just
If
have-
we can practice it, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah,
Okay.
we can practice that, but we have to learn how to wonder first purposefully. And then we find, that we have this great ability within us as we learn to wonder. And then we can get excited about that. Oh man, I wondered for, more than 3 to 7 seconds, which is the average for a person. And oh, I wondered for more without having a broken thought. Then as you purposely do that a few times, we're going into contemplation because it's lasting for a longer period of time. And if we can hone this down to maintain that practice to some degree, a couple times a day, it only takes seconds or a minute, then we find ourselves being able to do it for longer and longer and longer. And then say if you can hold it for 20 minutes, my God, it's more than 99% of the people on earth can do it for. I had a teacher one time that said, oh, everyone here thinks they can meditate. He was slamming his fist down and say, no one here knows how to meditate unless you can go in downtown Chicago in the middle of a bus island and with all the traffic all around you and the people yelling and horns honking and smoke in the air, exhausts and, rain coming down and all this other stuff. And if you can hold it for 20 minutes, then you can meditate. And I tried it actually, and I was able to do it for about 15 or 20 minutes one time. Many, 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 many years ago. I don't practice for that length of time anymore in my life. I don't know if I could do that, but I can maintain a thought for a while without the disturbance of the mind. And it's like a mass mind with everything going on around. So we all have this ability. Every single person here has this ability, and that's learning to also control ourselves. Then we get to see a different reality. We don't have to change. We don't have to be afraid of change or anything else. We can still be the same. I tell jokes, and I kid around a lot, and I burst out laughing when people are telling me stories, and I have a good time. And sometimes I can be a jerk, or a tyrant or whatever. God doesn't care. We're the ones who inhibit our own selves. We're the ones who sabotage our own selves. Good comments, good questions. Great, Mike. Thank you. Please,
So,
Sue.
Mark,
Yes.
yeah, would you say that wondering then is
It's the key.
okay, and it's trying to be a clear mind?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
trying
almost
to
like,
sweep away
no, I don't even
thoughts?
bother.
No.
What I do, what I do is it's being simple. It's wondering, okay, what is a child like in their wonderings? And if we can try to imagine that, we're imaging in action. And if we can hold that thought for a little while, we'll see that we can, if we're really wondering, you're so curious, it's almost like craving that candy on top of the refrigerator that you want to get when you're a tiny little kid. So you get a chair over there, you're focused. And so you got to reach it. You're almost there. You're almost there. It's the only thing that's in your mind. The more we practice, the longer it stays in the mind, in your mind. And the mind is a tool, it's a vehicle, and it's a picture that we have in the mind. So if we can become innocent for those few seconds, then we're purposely wondering, we're purposely focused. And then we can we reach for the candy and it comes to us. It's keeping it simple. Everything else is adding to it, which is making it more complex.
So if I have a physical issue that
Yes.
I'm wondering about,
Mhm. And
then
what you're
and I
doing,
keep my mind open,
yeah,
I'm looking for
without being subject to all the interference of the thinking, analyzing, critiquing, judging, or anything else. What we're doing is we're observing objectively. And observant objectivity. When the other things start to come into mind before and after and during 3 to 7 seconds, then say, no, I see you, wait over there, picture it going over there, start again. We can start 5 million times and there's nothing incorrect about it. But all of a sudden, something happens with us where we get it. We just get
So
it.
it's just telling distractions to go away
Yeah,
while we're
sit over
waiting for
there.
something that we
Yeah,
recognize as an answer.
yeah, you're recognizing during that time. Good points.
Thank you.
Good points.
They
Oh,
call it using your heart mind rather than your brain mind. So
yeah, the brain is a organ that it perceives and it also transmits. It receives and perceives. And it has a neural network. It's the function of the whole body. It serves a lot of purposes. All the dynamics are in it. And I know nothing about anatomy or physiology or anything else. But we have the ability to watch the mind that's incorporated within and around. And that mind carries the pictures that the brain is translating to us. Oh, here's someone else. Good. Oh God, yay. And so we have this within us, waiting to be utilized as a tool instead of a whole hodgepodge where we're like chickens with the head cut off, just scrambling all around with all these pictures and stuff like that. We wouldn't be able to comprehend unless we had pictures. We wouldn't be able to see, we wouldn't be able to hear without pictures because they would have no meaning. We identify with the translations that come to us in the mind, from the mind into the brain, and how we interpret, how we transcribe. Does this make sense? Hopefully. Okay. Cool. Cool. Good points. Thanks, Sue and Jacqueline. Aria, please. Yes.
What about deaf
What
people? I'm sorry, what about blind people?
blind people still have pictures within their mind. They don't. They see forms. They don't have the whole picture if they're born blind, but they see forms and what's adaptable towards them.
Okay.
Just like with the use of the cane, they know. They see forms inside.
Thank you.
Sure. Any quick comments or questions that I could try to answer? Last ones, please, before we boogie.
I have a question, but I don't know if it's quick.
Well, we'll make it quick.
And
Hopefully.
so what's your thought about so focusing on the breath transforms your life into a living meditation?
That's someone's interpretation, but that in a major sense is correct. When we're focusing on the breath, my interpretation of that, it's written in the great book that God breathed through the nostrils of man and woman and gave them life. Well, I wondered about that for a couple years. And I didn't wonder deeply enough that I wanted an answer. I thought it was the most curious statement in the great book. God breathed through the nostrils of man and woman, gave them life. Well, if that's true, a few years later, when I really started to wonder about it, it took me about a month to get an answer, to get my heart there to really encourage an answer. Uh, if God breathed through the nostrils of man, woman, gave him life, then we're actually breathing in the breath of God.
Yep.
And if we're breathing in the breath of God, then I figured one day, 3 months later, after I was totally satisfied with that answer, then I started wondering about that. What's it like to breathe into God, breath of God? I wonder what that's like. Then I realized then you're letting God breathe for you. We have that ability. And then after I tried that, breathing in the breath of God, I went so deeply into that and over days. And then here I am. God breathed through the nostrils of man and gave him life. Then we're actually breathing in the breath of God. And then for many, many days, I wondered, okay, what's it like for God to breathe for me, if that's true? And then I found myself in meditation or at times in life not breathing. If we trust enough, as bizarre as that sounds, if we trust enough, then something's going to transpire according to our needs of what we're really curious about. Something's going to transpire. And it's up to us to have the desire to find out something, anything. We have that capability according to what the needs are of our particular life. I hope that answers your question.
Thanks for your comment.
Sure. Sure. One last question before we start, please, or comment, please, anything. Hey there, Olga, how you doing? Good to have you here. And Angie's here. Great. Ah, all right. Hi. All right. When I work with you now, some people may feel something happening. They may feel, as I always say, electricity going through them, or they might feel heat or cold or staticky, which is electricity, or they may feel an emotional catharsis. They may feel spaced out, who knows what. But the ones that do need to, the ones that don't need to. But something is always happening, and that's all that matters. I hope that makes sense. And so, and don't be disappointed if you don't perceive of anything right now. You don't know the end of the story. That's all I have to say. It may lead into uh, going to, say, if you're going for a surgical procedure, the doctor, the surgeon may say, "Oh my God, I've never seen the skin cooperate like this before," which I've heard many a time, uh, or you don't have anything there, when the X-ray showed that it was there, which I've heard many a time, and or something or another. Or I found the cause for the first time in 50 years or 5 years, however long you've been going. I found the cause. It came to me. That may be the situation too. I don't know. And all right, Sue Gray, let's start with you, my dear.
Alrighty.
And tell me one thing, but no one talk to me about emotional stuff. I won't do it here. So it's private appointments, just like with the healing. They're private appointments too, but the emotional I won't touch right now because it would be in front of everyone, and I don't want to subject anyone to that. All right, Sue, please, and tell me one thing.
Cold hands and feet.
Oh, you and me both. And I'm dyslexic too. So, all right. Do you have other circulation problems?
I hadn't prior to about a month ago.
Okay. All righty. I love your dog. But
Thank you.
all right, let me work with you here. And you may sense my hands touching you, or you may not. It doesn't matter either way. All right. You got it, my dear.
Thank you. Huge gratitude.
Gratitude for me too. I appreciate it. And please, everyone, be conscious that on the website is a gifting tab if it's within your heart. Uh, God loves to be given to, and God also gives. And so, and it helps us to keep going too. All right, Mike, my dear friend, please, any one thing in particular, my friend.
Well, I'd like to say happy belated birthday, Mark.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
it.
if
I
I could,
wouldn't remember it, Mike, unless people reminded me. Honest to God, it's been that way for my whole life. All right, but go ahead. I apologize.
well, if I could just get a blessing for my left knee.
You got it.
Thank you.
My right, because I'm dyslexic. I have to say that. Okay, you got it, my friend.
Thank you
You got
very
it.
much, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Darling, hey, hi. Anything in particular, my friend?
It's a blessing, health blessing.
Okay, you got it. My honor. And put your hand over your heart. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
My honor. And for those that might feel a warmth go through them, um, that's the love of God, literally. And it's touching. Okay. All right. And it creates a life force, whatever. The breath of God, I call it. So enjoy it. Aria, please.
Hey,
Anything in particular? Oh, there you are. Okay.
um, I, I had,
Just say it.
I did some work for, spiritual work for a woman earlier today.
Sure.
And, usually I can do this myself, but there's a heaviness that I've been feeling since then. And, it's kind of on the right side of the heart chakra.
Let me work with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure. Open up your eyes. How do you feel now? Be candid.
Happy.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My honor. My honor. How do you feel, Darlene?
Feeling good. I feel very relaxed. Thank you.
Good. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Sue, how are your hands and feet? Do you notice any difference yet? Just curious.
Yeah, they're warm, and I'm just filled with this gratitude, the breath of God. It's
Enjoy.
wonderful. Thank you.
Enjoy. Yeah. Excellent. Dale, anything in particular, my dear friend?
My right knee.
All righty. My left. You're right. Okay. I'm telling you, dyslexia is something else. Move your knee around a little bit. Tell me if you notice any difference, my friend. And be candid, please.
Better range of motion.
Let's see what happens. See what happens. And
Good,
please,
thank you.
anyone, oh, my honor, my pleasure. Let's see what it develops into. And if anyone is interested in an appointment with me, let me know. And just let me know. All right. Jacqueline, any particular thing, one thing you would like to have me work with, please, anything.
I think I've been self-soothing with just idleness lately, like the least amount of exertion of energy, the more safe I feel.
I
So
won't work with the emotional here.
kind of like my body sore,
Okay.
just like especially in my hips area around there, my neck from just being so giving into,
Yeah. Which part of your body is the most? I'll work with one thing.
my lowest part of my vertebrae is so
Okay.
so sore.
All
And
right. And that's the tailbone?
yeah,
Okay. Let me
like
work with that, hon. All right. Did you notice anything happening? Any sensations? Just curious.
a little separation from the centrifocalness of it.
Now, can you kind of sit up like this and go back down on your tailbone? Tell me if you notice any difference. And be candid, please.
It's not as concentric.
Good. Excellent.
It's still there, but it's not impinging.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's
yeah.
see what transpires from this.
that
All
would
right.
be incredible.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. All right, thank you so much.
Thank
One quick mention for those in Illinois, I'll be going to Burlington, Wisconsin, February 7th for a healing circle on that Friday. And then Saturday will be a one-day workshop. And then I'll be seeing on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'll be seeing people in appointments. If anyone's interested, let me know. And we'll get you signed up for whatever. Or if you just wanted to go to the healing circle, that's great. As long as I don't get snowed out. During February 7th, unbelievable. Here we're freezing at 65 degrees in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'll be going to minus who knows what, probably 150. So, all right. Time to bring the long underwear and the scarves and the hats and the boots. So, all right, Nancy, any particular one thing you'd like me to work with on?
Yeah, my tailbone was feeling better, and it's just been it's been intensifying during our meeting here. Now it's probably positional. It's very tough to sit.
Okay,
So I guess
all right.
that.
I want you to find just a comfortable position and just let go and let me and let God. All right. Can you move around a little bit and tell me if you notice any difference or it's about the same or worse or better or what? Be candid.
Ooh,
What do you think without analyzing it?
same.
Okay. Let's see what transpires if something should. Let's
Okay.
see what transpires. But don't
Thank you.
be of, you know, downtrodden in any way, thinking that nothing happened. Something happened. We'll find out what, and we'll see if this helps any. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark. Can you hear
And-
me?
Yo, sure can.
Okay. I'm having cataract surgery on my right eye on Thursday. And so if you could give a blessing for the surgery to go well.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'd love
Thank
to.
you. Thank you.
All right. My perception is that I saw clarity afterwards. But what's going to happen is, and I know nothing about cataract surgery, believe me, but or effects or results or anything else. But my perception is that it's going to be for the first day or 2 days, it's going to be super bright, and then there'll be an adaptation phase, and you'll things will look clear.
So
That's all.
sunglasses might be a good thing to wear.
As dark as you can find them.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
my perception.
Thank you.
Sure, my pleasure, and good seeing you, Kathy.
Good seeing you, Mark.
Olga, any one thing you could tell me about, please?
Thank you. Lately I'm coughing a lot.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know
say
what,
that again.
coughing, like coughing a
You
lot.
are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what is that, allergy or I don't know what is that.
Yeah, it's not bad energy. Uh, don't worry about the curse of it all. You're good. Um, it's one thing I'd like to suggest tonight, if you have an opportunity, and I know nothing medically, so I don't know how to prescribe, diagnose, or tell anyone they're healed. But if you can get a lemon, do you have a lemon at home?
Yes.
Good. Get a lemon and slice it in half and squeeze it into a glass and fill it up with either warm water or cool water. And do it before you go to bed, though. And drink it down. It'll taste real tart, of course. And then follow that with a glass of water. That'll taste real sweet. And then as when you're going, and I say this to then do it before you go to bed. And then when you're laying down, what happens during the night, the toxins from your nodes and your glands, they go into your colon area. And in the morning or during the night, uh, you flush it, as it goes into, when you're laying down, it goes into the colon area. Then in the morning, you just flush it all out and have another glass of water. And it will also help the throat as well. And you might notice feeling different in the morning.
Okay.
And yeah, sure. And if nothing else, uh, it'll take your symptomology and kind of make it a lot less than normally would have been, because you're cleansing of all the toxicity from the nodes and glands. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So let me work with it and see if we can affect it here too. You got it, my dear. You
Thank you
got
so
it.
much.
Oh,
Thank
thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Every Tuesday. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All righty. Darlene, any particular situation you want me to work with, hon?
I already went.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. That's my short-term memory. Ruth, please.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Funny you should mention coming to Chicago area. You know, we had rain and freezing rain and snow just a little bit. And today when I was taking the compost out to the community compost drop off, I was right at my car, had the bucket in another bucket, put it in the car and fell. I slipped, I landed on my butt. It happened so quickly. I didn't know I didn't reach out to anything. So nothing broke. And
Thank God.
yes, but there were coffee grounds all over the front seat of the car. Dried ones though.
Anything in particular, my friend?
Yes, just a general tune up on the back area. I landed on my butt, so that's a
Sure.
little sore.
Oh, I bet. I
yeah.
bet.
But it was on grass, snow covered grass.
All righty. Thank God.
Yes.
And for some reason, I feel more intensely on your right side.
That was the major side that got the owie.
There. I felt the flow. That's life force flowing through you. So let's see what transpires from that and how you feel then.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jenna, my friend, anything in particular you'd like me to work with? Are you there, Jenna?
Yes,
There you
hi.
are.
Yeah,
Hi.
so my left ankle, foot, speedy recovery and healing.
All right. You got it. You got it. Let's see what we can do here. It's even going to be stronger than your other one, than your right. So,
Okay. Hmm.
and it'll be good. And you might notice a increase in the speed of the healing.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Angie, my dear, anything in particular you'd like me to work with? Are you there, Angie? Are you there? All right. Let's go on to Nini.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
You worked on me last week on my left shoulder area,
Yes.
and that's 100% better now. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Anything that you'd like me to work with this time, hon?
Just your blessing. Thank you.
Oh, I'd be more than happy. And not to worry,
Thank
whatever
you.
that
Thank you.
means.
Oh, thank you. I got it.
Good, good.
Thank
All
you.
right. All righty. Are you there, Angie? All right. Stefan, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Anything in particular you'd like me to work with? One thing, please.
Yeast imbalance. Candida.
Let me work with this. You got it, my dear friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. And everyone here, please do keep me updated on how you're doing. And if you want to see me an appointment or talk with me, whatever, let me know. Any other questions or comments? How do people feel here now? Any difference, about the same, or what? Please. Ruth,
What about Norman
where's Norman?
with Aria?
Did I work with you, Norman? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Unmute.
There you go.
My name is Aria and my husband's name is Dale and my last name is Norman. So this is my Zoom
Oh.
account. And
Right.
so you
Dale
did
is,
work,
yeah.
Dale's last name is Bunner. And
Okay.
and you worked with us both. Thank you.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank
And I
you.
feel very, just to check in, I feel like a coolness all over. It's very, very pleasant. Thank you.
It's because you rock.
Okay.
All right. And how you doing, Jackie? Jacqueline?
It's just good to focus on the physical a little bit, just allow myself to focus on that.
Good.
Yeah, just that in
Excellent.
itself, yeah, session with everybody, you know, that every
Sure.
listening helps too,
Yeah. Yeah.
to everybody.
And, before I completely finish here, I'd like to work with Nancy one more time.
Thank you.
You got it, Nancy. And it's also a little bit higher from the tailbone, if
You
I'm
got
correct.
it. That's for sure. Thank
Okay.
you.
All righty.
Mark, sorry to
Yes,
interrupt.
please.
I had to take a call. Did you call my
Oh,
name? I'm
yes, I
sorry.
did. Yes, I
Oh,
did.
I'm
Hey, welcome back.
sorry. I wonder if
Anything
I
about,
could, yeah, if I could ask you just one thing.
sure.
Um, I've been having this occasional stomach pain, and I think now that I read something online that it might be due to the toothpaste or mouthwash. I think it's toothpaste that I've been using, and I just wonder if you can see if that's the cause because they say it can cause GERD. It,
Okay. As soon
some,
as you, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
As soon as you started to talk, even before you mentioned toothpaste, my perception is that it's not anything. Um, it might be other foods or a type of food that you're eating, not toothpaste that you later
Okay.
mentioned.
Okay, because I do have food sensitivities and allergies that have been listed, but they're not high on the list. So it's not like I have a reaction that where I have to go to the hospital when I eat
Sure.
certain foods. So
My understanding. Yeah,
so
go ahead.
should I follow that list that I took many years ago now for my allergy list? Should I keep following that old
Yes.
list? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you change, uh, my idea would be to add one thing at a time and until you get to the whole list.
Okay.
And then you'll see you'll be able to determine which you're reacting to.
Okay.
One thing at a time for a few days, then add something else, a few days, something else, a few days, etc. You'll find out.
Mm-hmm. So this is definitely due to foods, certain foods.
My perception, as
Okay.
unmedically oriented as I am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Let me work with you as well, hon.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And as you do get into one thing at a time, seeing if something's going to be reactive within your body, you're catching it before it goes into the intestinal, the lower intestines and the upper intestines. So it's good. It's good to try one thing at a time.
Okay.
Capiche?
Yes, thank you.
All right. That means I love Starbucks in German or something. All right.
Okay. No Starbucks.
Blessing.
Okay, thank you.
You know, when it comes to health foods and all these other things, um, I personally am a almond M&M and coffee person. That's my diet. So I've been saved from going through any great changes, changing food groups or anything, thank God.
Mhm.
Junk food companies would love to have me do promotions for them, have me on TV for them. So,
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Everyone interested in an appointment, let me know. If you notice change in your body, keep me updated. I would love to know that. Whatever. If you're going to be in Wisconsin, across the border in Burlington in February 6th, and as Nancy will be, let me know, and I'll get you in contact with the right people or the right web address, and we'll take it from there. And I'm so grateful that you were here, and hopefully I'll see you next week. God bless you all. You know,
Yeah.
Bye, Mark. Thank you.
Bye, Mark.
bye
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Thank you
Bye.
Thank
so
Mark.
much. Bye bye
Good
everyone.
night. Thank you.
Night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thanks everyone for being here.
Bye. Bye, Nan.